Okay. No, I don't trust you. I don't trust you either, you fucking pee-pee. To be honest, I find it hard to believe any of your claims. Not that I can do much about it. I have no idea where we are.
What do you think?
I understand how you feel, but we need your help. None of us know where we are, honest.
Yes.
Very well. I'm used to my life being subject to someone else's will anyway. Seems like Dimitri and Claude are in the middle of some kind of discussion.
What do you hope to accomplish once this war is over, Claude?
Why? Where to have some nasty plot up my sleeve? Well, I don't. Although I doubt you're gonna like what I do have planned. I'm just gonna come out and say it. After the war, I'm going to abolish the Central Church and depose the Archbishop.
Oh.
The people of Fodland have been shackled by this decrepit system for too long, and I'm ending it.
You're going to do away with the church?
That's right. Think about it. Who steals your freedom and gives you an endless list of duties and obligations simply because you have a crest? Who forces you and your friends into a bunch of unwanted marriages and positions of power? The church even forbids any official contact with outside regions. Not exactly great for Fargus, right? Being as close to Serang and Albinia as you are.
But to be clear, your issue is with the church, yes? Not with Fargus itself?
Exactly. We have nothing to gain by fighting you. And really, our enemy isn't the actual church so much as the people at the top who make all the decisions.
I understand where you're coming from, Claude. And on a personal level, I actually agree with you.
But as a king, you're opposed.
Yes, for 3 reasons. First, abolishing the church would deny the king's right to rule Fargus. Without one, the people will descend into chaos and war. Would you be able to take responsibility for such a thing once it came to pass? Second, recklessly discarding the church will only incite discord among the clergy and its supporters. And finally, a revolution of this nature will not only mean casualties among the common folk, but will endanger your own life as well.
Leaving the first two for a second, I have some serious issues with that last one. I'm glad you're concerned for my safety, but I can take care of myself.
But don't you see? The people you wish to depose are human, just as you are. No matter what ingenious scheme you come up with, or how careful you try to be, they will suffer. And their vengeance will eventually find you, no matter how hard you try to stave it off. I know full well the guilt that accompanies such actions, and the retribution they provoke.
Everyone has to deal with the consequences of their decisions. If you let it rule you, Fodland never changes. And if it doesn't change, it'll just fall apart.
But not taking the time to look where you're going will only lead you to stumble and fall. And if there are those who would be hurt by this, I consider it my duty to help them.
There you go, trying to save everyone again. You really are too good for me.
To be honest, I'm jealous of how you're not burdened with the same restrictions.
In the world I'm trying to create, you wouldn't be burdened by them either. You could even... No, forget that. I'm serious about what I said, though. And I really do admire how you want to save everyone.
He could even what?
Honestly, if you weren't a king, I think we could have been friends.
I feel much the same. Had I joined with you, I might have been able to see a different vision of Fodlan.
Boys!
Oh boy.
We're not going to be stuck here for the rest of our lives, are we? There's no way I could have seen this coming. I would have actually prepared if I had.
Huh?
What would you have done? Cooked up another scheme?
Well, I'm stumped.
Why'd you jump to that conclusion? Nice to know you have such faith in me. I was just worried about how my friends were doing after my little disappearing act. On the bright side, I'm trapped with the most stubborn people on the planet. I'm sure we can get through this if we work together. Wonder what Dimitri and Edelgard are talking about. Oh boy.
Enough with the searching glances, Dimitri. Say what you're going to say.
I was just thinking that I find it difficult to speak with you. Even now that we have the opportunity to exchange words peaceably, too many have died for us to suddenly have meaningful heart-to-heart conversation.
Oh, that's not how I feel. Unless you mean you don't wish to speak with the tyrant you consider responsible for their deaths. In which case, let's just believe what we believe, accept that our paths have diverged, and see this through to the very end.
Boy, talk to your fucking sister.
You're placing words in my mouth. Still, I suppose that does cut to the heart of the matter. I will not claim that all my choices were right, but I accept responsibility for them. I made them carefully and with full knowledge of the consequences.
And I'd like to think I can say the same. But this is unproductive. We need to get out of here.
Fair enough. But first, answer me this. Do you know what became of your mother and Selma?
Why would I?
Someone told me that you would know how she met her end. Although I suspect that was nothing more than the dying ravings of a madwoman.
It was. I haven't seen my mother since I was a child. It would have been right before she was exiled. You would know what happened better than I.
I suppose so. Regardless, thank you for answering. Now, shall we get back to finding our way out?
Please, we can't resolve anything so long as we're trapped in this.
That was quite the tremor.
Whatever this place is, I find myself liking it less by the moment.
Can you stand?
Oh my.
Yes, thank...
Perhaps we can put our differences aside, if only for the moment.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I can agree to that. You know, I just remembered something from back when I was but a child. I had fallen to the ground and was met with a kind hand reaching out to help me up. I took it without thinking, without even looking first to see who it was. I suppose that shows you how much I've grown. Dimitri, what is it?
I have a similar memory. One of helping a little girl who had fallen in the dirt.
Knowing you, such occurrences would have been commonplace in your youth. Don't try to imply we share a memory.
Your step-siblings, of course you do.
No, I rarely forget an important face. Often to my own woe, I might add.
Enough. Let us end this before we both make greater fools of ourselves. We need to escape. That's our only priority. Not that the world outside will be any kinder to me than the one in here.
Edelgard,
What are you doing? You should know I won't hesitate to leave you behind.
Indeed. I'm coming, Elle.
Oh.
Huh?
What's this thing? I'm sensing some kind of weird power coming from it.
I wonder...
That could possibly aid our escape. We need to take advantage of anything at our disposal.
Over here. I hope you're well.
Not the faintest idea what's going on, but I'm glad to see you're alright. Not injured or afflicted in any way, are you? Let me know immediately if you feel unwell.
Hey!
Hey, you should be asking you that. Sounds like I went kind of berserk. You're not hurt, are you? There's no need to worry about me. I'm unharmed, as you can see. Now let's search the surrounding area. We must find out what we can do about our current situation. Guess I should check out that distortion. I can't twain? Oh, I just... Okay. Unleash effects. Oh, okay. What is Dimitri using on that sword? Hmm. Don't have many things to sell. Heretic's Tome. Oh. Okay then. Price of power. Yeah, I'm not really gonna use that though. Woodlands dancers. Hmm. Okay, that's how desperation's used this time. Okay. Oh.
Yeesh. You can't tell forward from back in here. Let's try over that way, maybe?
Good idea. It seems different from the rest of the void. Look out!
So it failed. Has my skill degraded that sharply over the years?
Arval.
I have been searching for you. And look what you brought me. The three who fancy themselves sovereigns, ruling over that abomination's wretched spawn. What unexpected luck. I do hope you are all prepared to face death this day.
So you're Arval, huh? Sorry, but I can't say dying here sounds all that appealing. What we'd really like is for you to lift this weird sorcery of yours and send us home.
Oh, I do not think that will be happening. But even if I desired to accede to your wishes, the great forbidden spell of Zaharas is a one-way journey. None can escape this eternal darkness.
Are you certain? Would killing you not accomplish the task?
Something tells me they wouldn't lay this trap, only to suffer the same fate as us. If this being can free themselves from this void, it stands to reason that so too can we.
Then try cutting me down if you like. Sadly, what you see before you is but an illusion. I have a task to fulfill, and once it is accomplished, I shall leave this place alone.
Arval, wait! What task are you talking about? Why did you use me? What are you trying to do here?
Ah, but you are mistaken. I am not Arval. My name is Epimenides, an ordinary man who vowed to kill the beast which set the earth ablaze. Do you not comprehend my purpose? I must save this world and its true people. That is why I chose to pass my consciousness down through the ages. And you are the vessel for that consciousness.
What does that mean?
I don't know what's going on, but I do know whoever that is needs to be stopped.
No shit.
And how far are you willing to go? Will you cut down your own friends to reach me?
Oh.
Hubert? No. It must be a double.
So, it's completely indistinguishable from the real thing. This is vile sorcery indeed. The Emperor is before you. Deal the killing blow. You can't fool me. If it were really you, we'd understand.
God, no! Don't do this! I can't believe you would hurt me.
This is harder than I thought. I mean, how do we know for sure they're not real?
Why are you consulting with the enemy? It's right where you want him.
Why are you... No. This is a deception. The man I know would never raise a weapon.
You would drench your hands in the blood of friends to get what you want. I should have expected no less from the children of beasts.
Screams are so real.
I'm sure they are.
Here it comes! You're done! Watch this!
Await this moment. But steel yourselves. Don't know who will confront next.
Are we being warped away? No. Space itself is distorting around us.
Oh dear. Oh,
Our surroundings have changed.
yeah, they have.
This place is so twisted you can't even tell where you are.
Aren't you sad for your comrades, murderers? There it is. There is your rage.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I can spot one fate, but how do I tell which Edelgard and Dimitri are on my side?
Perhaps each of us should take on their own double to prevent confusion.
That's not a bad idea.
This darkness is a mirror for the soul. And once a soul is imprisoned here, it is eternally severed from the real world.
Is that why Edelgard is returned to normal? Some trick of the darkness?
Just imagine how much easier our task will be with the two of us. A nice thought, yes. But I'm sad to say I failed to trust even myself.
Why are you helping the Emperor, wretch? If you mourn your friends, avenge them. It's a blessing I get to face you. There is truly no one I more desire to end.
Stop playing the kind soul. Everything we've ever wanted is before us, ripe for the taking. If you're really me, then you already know why I'm doing this. I don't like leaving my fate up to luck.
Illusion or no, I must thank our adversary for letting me experience that.
I feel like I just slew my twin brother.
Oh, God, no.
I refuse to hold back.
I missed.
I can't say it's pleasant watching my own death.
That's the last of the illusions.
So it would seem.
At least now we're certain they're not real. We can cut them down without mercy.
Again? Please tell me we're gonna find that guy this time.
Oh, there we go.
Right. Let's get searching.
Oh, but you four are a marvel. To think you are already adapting to this place. Now have the grace to lay down your lives and let the world you've torn apart heal.
Let us never stop moving forward.
Keep going, Dimitri. We can win this.
You won't stop me!
Destroying me will achieve nothing, for you will all
I
still
missed.
be trapped in this place.
You won't stop me!
Unfortunate, but you are forcing my hand.
Oh.
So even our mercenary friend gets a phantom. This is going to take all of us. Time to put our differences aside.
There you are, my partner in destiny.
You're not Arval. And even if you were, I'd fight you all the same. Why does it have to be you? I don't want to fight you.
My attacks aren't getting through. What's going on?
None can stand before us.
What about our phantom mercenary? We know we can harm the illusions, right?
It's not over.
It seems I am forced to do this myself. So be it. Come at me if you dare.
Restorative's in order. Our adversary has finally run out of tricks. Time to finish this. You won't stop me!
Nothing I do is enough. How much more must I sacrifice? Not yet.
Don't be a pee-pee.
This isn't over.
but I just beat you up.
Be gone with you! The cycle of this world must be protected!
Oh, damn.
You fool! Why must you resist me so?
You know my reason. The tomorrow we're fighting for. You are to me!
It's incredible. Just how strong you've become.
Orval.
You have grown more than I ever thought possible. And yet... I've never felt more alone.
Still pee-pee.
This'll help me break.
I can't wait to test my newfound strength.
Looks like we made it out in one piece.
Are you sure about that? I still have no idea what's going on.
Yes, it all felt like a strange fever dream. Whatever was that place? It seems we've lost sight of Edelgard as well.
Maybe she got back before we did and hightailed it out of here. I doubt she got far, though. The real question is, where would she go?
Garreg Mach, surely. She must seek to reconvene with the Imperial forces.
What do you want to do? Should we get back to the search? Or maybe we'd be better off regrouping with the others first.
The latter. We weren't gone long, but I worry for our friend's safety.
They're fine.
I should probably get back to my people, too. I don't want them going gray over little old me. But I'll see you both over at Garreg Mach. Oh, and feel free to clobber the Imperial Army without us if you get there first.
Very well. We will see you there, Claude.
Lord Uncle.
Do not worry me so, Edelgard. Come, let us handle everything for you. It has served us all exceedingly well so far.
Yes.
Azure Gleam. The end of tragedy. Dimitri and his troops slay Regent Ire, and in doing so deliver a crushing blow to Adrestia and its army. Seizing this momentum, they continue onward toward Garreg Mach. En route to the monastery, Dimitri receives word that the Knights of Seros are struggling. He marches with one purpose: to slay Edelgard and Talus, ending the war once and for all.
What is the situation? Is the Archbishop safe?
Forgive me. Our initial strike on the monastery proved successful. But my unit was separated from Lady Rhea's, and before we knew it, those dark mages had descended upon us.
You've done well to make it here. Thank you for your report.
Lady Rhea's in trouble. We have to help her.
There's no point panicking about it, Mercy. If they're giving even the Knights trouble, we should make sure we're extra ready before we head in there ourselves.
Lady Rhea possesses greater knowledge of the monastery than anyone else. If she is in distress after her successful surprise attack, that is troubling indeed.
Those mages must have thrown off our calculations.
I bring news, Your Majesty. We've just concluded our survey of Garreg Mach and its surroundings. A man we believe to be Talus was seen entering the monastery, with the Emperor following close behind.
So, she's fallen into his hands. The one grasping the reins of the Imperial army now is no longer Edelgard, but Talus. Surely those dark mages are his as well.
Makes sense why the Knights had trouble then.
Indeed. Still, with all our greatest enemies gathered in one place, we have a chance to end this war here and now. If we can put them to rout here, so much of what ails our kingdom will be destroyed along with them.
Perhaps. But our task is clear either way.
Yep. Smash our enemies, win the war, and restore peace to Fodlan.
Well said. The Alliance should be here soon as well, assuming they've broken through the Imperial ranks in the Valley of Torment. Everyone, this battle will determine what lies ahead for Fodlan. Not just tomorrow, but every day beyond that as well. We cannot afford much time to prepare, but let us ready to make our future a prosperous one.
Let's give this a try.
I have a worthy proposition.
What about this?
Let's give this a try. I'll make it so.
Now then.
I can't hear Orwell anymore. Yeah, because you improved.
Hey, Sedith. What are you staring off into space for?
Oh, it is you. I was just reflecting on the monastery.
Ah, yeah. It's that way, isn't it? In the mountains.
Correct. So close, yet still beyond our reach.
Can't say I ever learned much about it when I was there, but I know it's important to the church.
Yes. It serves as the headquarters of our order. Many saints have been laid to rest there as well. As a sacred ground, Garreg Mach Monastery is irreplaceable. It is also a place that Flayn and I hold dear to our hearts.
So, your sister feels that way too?
Due to our circumstances, Flayn and I traveled around Fodlan as nomads for a very long time. When we accepted the Archbishop's gracious invitation, I thought we had finally found our safe haven. That it would be taken from us so easily is almost too much to bear.
At least she wasn't kidnapped
Well,
this time.
That's all the more reason to take it back then. I'll do whatever I can to make that happen. Oh, I mean, while staying away from the Archbishop, of course.
You must forgive me for saying what I did back then. My position required I do so. I do not personally believe, however, that any evil resides within you. Whatever the true nature of your power, I trust you wield it with a righteous heart.
So you finally trust me? I'm sure glad to hear that.
Indeed.
No, babe.
I am truly grateful to have you as an ally.
Don't believe the nerd.
I know I have no right to say this after
Nerd.
regarding you with such suspicion. but
Ain't you always
I need you.
obvious?
I pray you will continue to lend us your strength, not only for the church, but for the future of Fodlan itself.
You can count on me, Sedith.
Welcome to, like, I guess the end of this path. Hey, look, I have a Byleth.
I want to apologize again. I'm really sorry. I can't believe I tried to kill you.
It's all right. I know that wasn't really you.
Look, she talks and
Still,
everything.
The one who did it was a part of me. Literally. You asked me about this before. About some mysterious presence within me.
That's right.
Well, sorry I couldn't give you a straight answer back then. Arval told me not to tell anyone. That's the name of the presence that was inside my head, by the way. The one that took control of my body and tried to kill you.
How's the dust, but
maybe it was someone else entirely. The one that called himself Epimenides.
Arval and Epimenides.
Zippy, me too.
I wonder what manner of beings they are.
Beats me. And it's not like I can just go and ask them now. Honestly, I kind of
Chilling in the bathroom for a second? No!
That's how these things work, sadly.
Bae!
When you're ready to talk, the person you want to talk to is no longer there.
I don't want to
There's
be in the
still so much
bathroom,
I
that's
don't know.
weird.
Remember how I got trapped inside that void with Dimitri and the others after our fight? That's when Arval used the name Epimenides, and then tried to kill us.
Byleth, you
Arval
still
and
have
Epimenides
solstice.
the
Don't be a
same
peepee.
I'd like to think they're different, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Epimenides is just Arval's true identity.
Or no, it's a QT and they
I
didn't
don't know
love
if they
you.
were just using
Aw.
me, or if they had some other goal in mind.
They were not cooked all the
All
way.
I've got are a bunch of mysteries that I'll probably never solve.
I did notice one thing.
What's that?
We're just really old.
It was when we were fighting and you were being manipulated. It seemed like Arval was trying to keep your body from getting hurt.
They could have fought more recklessly. I don't see why it would have made a difference to them, but they were making sure you weren't harmed.
Seriously, Arval was protecting me?
It's just a feeling I got. But yes, I think that could have been the case.
I guess Arval's the only one who knows the truth. Or as the Saros folks say, only the goddess knows, right?
I don't know what you ask her. She's right in front of you.
Thanks for telling me that. Really.
I mean, what?
It does make me feel better. I've got no choice now but to keep moving forward. Live out the destiny the two of us once shared. Funny, I came here to apologize, but you ended up cheering me up instead. I'll catch you later, okay?
Just the Byleth touch.
Only the goddess knows,
Oh,
Well,
she's a peepee here.
The goddess may have been the one telling you that.
See, told you, told you, told you. Bae, bae, bae. I play Three Houses too much. An award is available. Only one be.
Well,
What is it? Oh. I might actually need that.
Any result's a good result.
Oh, hey. Look who's still alive.
How have you been?
Hi.
Well met.
Cannot tell you what a relief it is to have you both back safe and sound. His Majesty informed me of what transpired. The forbidden spell of Zaharas and Arvel as well. I suppose truth truly is stranger than fiction. Nevertheless, we now know a little more about where you and your powers come from. And we can rest assured knowing you are on the side. Pat you on the head, sir. Oh, here's another dad. This is the dad corner, apparently. We do not yet know if the Archbishop is safe. I admit it was my error. It was an error on my part to underestimate our enemy's strength. If only I had allowed Catherine to accompany them. No, it is too late for regrets. We must reclaim Garrick Mach and locate the Archbishop with all possible speed. I would ask that you lend your strength as well.
What?
I know how bad you want to save Rhea, but are you sure you want my help? I'm aware it happened to you, but my trust in you is not faltered. Falding needs the Archbishop more than ever. I beg of you to rescue her. I don't know. I mean you got Byleth. I'm trying to teleport to people. That's not a thing here.
Many thanks. Greetings.
We fought side by side for quite some time, but the day when we will have to part is fast approaching. I suspect we will return to Leicester once the monastery is reclaimed, you see. Nobody's gonna miss.
Thanks.
Right, yeah. Well, I really appreciate all you've done. Which is nothing. My, what an unexpectedly cold response. And here I thought you might have missed me. But alas, there are countless many back in Leicester who eagerly await my return. I am truly sorry. Let us pour our hearts into the coming battle and leave the war behind with not a drop of regret. Yeah, I'd rather let's sit together than you, bud. I'm sure Claude did too.
Got a minute?
Have you heard about the town under Garrick Mach? It's like a sunless trash pit for people who have nowhere else to go. I used to live there myself. I wonder how they've been getting on down there now. Knowing that lot, I'm sure they're just carrying on with business as usual, without a care for what's going on above them. Maybe once this whole thing's over, those people can finally come out and live in the sun again. And stop being so pale, you know? Boys!
Oh, yeah.
There's supposed to be a Millennium Festival in 2 years to celebrate 1,000 years since the monastery's founding. I wonder if it'll still go ahead if we take back Garrick Mach.
Fool.
The Millennium Festival. Leave it to you to be thinking about a party at a time like this. Hey, it's not just a party. It's a political soiree where leaders of each region might mingle and smooze. Besides, what's wrong with having something to look forward to? You'll be there too, you know. Maybe. Right now, you need to focus on the battle before us, Sylvain. If you die out there, you'll miss more than the Millennium Festival.
Huh?
Fair enough. Guess I'll quit my yapping and get ready to move out. Yeah, do that. I'd prefer if you didn't wind up dead because you spent too much time daydreaming. Aww. Now hug. Wait, do I have an A support with Sylvain? Okay, I do. Oh, I don't have the Dew or Mercy or Ingrid. Or Black Eagles. Or Golden Deer. Almost have one with Happy. I need one with Gerald too. Well, since I'm here.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Happy.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there.
You made this. Impressive.
Wait, for me?
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Reduced, yes please. Oh my god, Gerald. All the dads are alive.
Yeah, but
You made this?
What a thoughtful gesture.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Yay.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Well, for all time's sake, Violet and Felix. Cause I ship it.
solid, solid.
This is one of my favorites. Thank you.
I like how Dimitri and Gerald are the ones standing behind them.
Huh. You made this? Pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Today's training was a total mess. My feet are killing me.
We need to stay in peak shape, though. You never know when we might get tossed into a battle.
True. We've got to be ready for anything.
Mercedes? You daydreaming again? Gotta say, you've been acting all kinds of weird lately.
Have I? I feel perfectly fine, I assure you.
You sure? Back when we had that tea party, you looked so... I don't know... sad.
I suppose I can't hide anything from you. Things like tea parties with dear friends, or seeing the trainees work so hard to improve. It reminds me of how things were before the war. If just for a moment.
You mean back at the academy?
Yes. And before that, when I lived with my mother and my little brother. It also reminds me of the time I spent studying with friends at the School of Sorcery in the capital. Things may not have been easy then, but I would give anything to return to those days.
Huh. I don't think I've ever seen you get this sentimental about something.
The feeling surprises even me. All my years, I've gone wherever the current of life chose to sweep me. In truth, I used to think nothing ever went precisely how I wanted it to. But looking back now, I realize just how joyous all those moments really were. And yes, I'm aware it isn't good to dwell so heavily on the past, but I can't seem to help myself.
And that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with getting sentimental. Nobody's gonna judge you for reliving one or two good memories every now and then.
Thank you, truly. You're such a kind person.
Still, you shouldn't keep all your emotions bottled up like that. We might not go back to the peace of the old days anytime soon, but we can still have tea parties. I'm always here to listen if you ever need to get something off your chest, Mercedes.
You mean that? I'm so glad to hear it. In that case, why don't we have one right now?
Sure, I don't mind. But why now?
Because I used the money I'd been saving up to buy some more ingredients. Remember how we were talking about all those different kinds of delicious fruit desserts before? Well, I went ahead and whipped some up.
I can never turn down an invitation like that. Can't wait to see what you came up with.
Yep. I want to go this way. Oh. Well, since I'm here.
Care to make yourself useful?
nothing to worry about with the...
A little father-daughter teamwork, huh? Not a bad idea. We'll get more done than some random pairing.
Right. We'll show them we can work together in more places than the battlefield.
Oh my goodness.
I think we did pretty well. What about you?
I worry this old man held you kids back.
You're like 120. Shut up.
We all must do our fair share.
Well, this is great.
Having some trouble there, Gerald?
I wanted to replace the clasp on my gauntlet, but I can't quite get the blasted thing to stay.
Here, let me try.
Oh, look at that. You got a real knack for these things. Thanks, kid.
I'm surprised you've survived this long with those ham hands.
Being a good mercenary isn't all about dexterity, you know? Besides, when you've lived as long as I have, your body just doesn't work as well as it used to. Trust me.
You don't look that old to me.
You can't judge a book by its cover. I might not look it, but I'm practically an ancient tome.
Blame Maria.
Not to mention I've lived pretty hard. Might just be a gut feeling, but I've started feeling like the goddess might call me to her side before long.
Shut up.
Come on, it's not like you're at death's door. Besides, you really think the goddess would be calling you of all people?
You don't hold anything back, do you? If the goddess won't have me, then I'll just have to make do in hell.
Do you think you'd have any regrets if you died right now?
Not one. Except maybe living too long.
Oh my goodness.
What about leaving your kid behind?
Can't say I wouldn't be worried, especially because that kid isn't exactly normal.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Oh, Maya thinks that loud a lot. I mean, technically.
Gotta say, your kid's always real calm and aloof. Not one for emotion, huh?
You're telling me. Born without so much as a peep, that one. Just a personal quirk, I guess. Makes it tough to find friends, though.
Aw, she's got
In
plenty.
that sense, I'm glad we're here. There's tons of young folks around. And maybe the kid'll take a shine to you, since you're both mercenaries.
Who knows? I've been hoping we could talk more at least.
Is that so? I'm glad to hear you say that. Takes a load off my mind.
Now you really sound like a dad.
I was never much of a parent, but I do worry all the same. You know, I think we were meant to end up on the same side. Would you do me a favor and look after my kid?
Sir?
Put it that way. It really does sound like you're about to die.
Sir.
Hey, it's possible.
Sir.
Tomorrow's never guaranteed in this line of work.
Sir.
I meant what I said. Can I count on you?
You look better than Eloise.
Yeah, sure. I'm not gonna refuse a dying man's wish after all.
How close are they?
Care to make yourself useful?
Maybe.
I've got nothing to worry about.
Let's do it. We can do anything we put our minds to. Let's show our friends the power of teamwork.
Nerds.
This is all thanks to you.
Oh no, I should be the one thanking you.
Nerds.
We all must do our fair share.
Did you, sir? We'd like to hear your opinion on the matter we discussed earlier.
Regarding Count Karen, as I discussed with Gustav,
Looks like things are finally changing, Dedu. They've really started warming up to you, huh?
they have. That soldier I was speaking to lost his mother in Dusker. She was a knight of the kingdom. Naturally, his feelings toward me were complicated. We argued many times.
You arguing? Can't imagine what that looks like.
I thought it better than just letting him hurl abuse at me. Such a reaction was surprising for me as well. But now we have fought together, worried together, faced death together. I have shown him what I'm capable of, and he has come to trust me in turn.
Nice. Sounds like you really earned his respect then. Congrats, Dedu.
Strange. Why are you so happy for me?
Because we're friends. And friends are happy for each other when good stuff happens to them.
Are they?
Child.
Anyway, now you've just got to keep it going and get even more people to trust you. Same goes for me. And Dimitri while we're at it.
You're right.
In the meantime, I'm gonna keep winning battles until I prove myself to you once and for all. So make sure you keep an eye on me out there, Dedu. Because I'm gonna be the most valuable fighter we've got. What? What's so funny?
Oh my god, he laughed.
Nothing. I look forward to your performance. But you already have my trust, no matter your origin or identity. Your power is concerning, but it does not define you.
Oh, Joey actually managed to get on his back. Got a gay picture. I got a picture of JoJo being cute. Be still, Mercy. Be still, Roses. Aww. He turned over. I'm sad. He was cute. His wiggles. Now I am a little sad.
I'm sure you would not so easily betray His Majesty or myself. But know that if you do, I will cut you down without hesitation. That's who I am. You must understand by now.
Weird way to tell me you trust me, but it's got to do written all over it.
Yeah, it does.
I'm honored.
Okay, Water, I need you to stay like right there. Stop moving.
Ash, you've come at the perfect time.
Why is that? Oh no, am I interrupting?
Not at all. In fact, I'd like you to try this tea.
Sure. Did you create this blend yourself?
I did. Your talk of medicinal herbs inspired me to study them. I created a number of different brews, thinking I might find one suitable for His Majesty. But first, I would like your opinion on the quality.
Taste testing, is it? I'd be happy to help. Oh, this tastes like...
Nice.
Yes? How do you find it?
What did you use in this?
The same flour you gathered before, mixed with some other herbs, then steamed. I read that doctors in the capital frequently concoct a similar blend. Does it not suit your tastes?
No, I love it. It actually reminds me of something. Of course! This is what Lenato used to give me when he first took me in.
Lord Lenato used to brew this tea?
He sure did. Wow, this really takes me back.
His face.
I wasn't born into a noble family, so when I started living with Lenato, I had no idea how to act. I was nervous as anything at first, but I'd always calm right down the moment I drank his tea.
I did read that this tea is useful for calming nerves. Perhaps he was trying to make you feel at home.
That sounds like him. I was pretty young at the time, so I never knew what kind of tea it was. But this definitely has the same flavor. Strange to think I've been in the capital for 2 years now and never came upon it again until today. I wonder if Lenato ever served this tea to Grand Duke Rufus.
He never said?
No, I guess the two of them had a falling out a long time ago. He never really talked about his time in the capital. But I think he started studying herbs as a way to help the Grand Duke. Just like you're studying them to aid His Majesty.
It's possible.
Anyway, thank you, Dedue. That really hit the spot. Hey, would you teach me how to brew it sometime? I'd love to let everyone else try it.
Yes, of course.
Nerds.
Care to make yourself useful?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Huh?
Counting on you both.
We'll handle this together.
Right. Let's get this out of the way.
We all must do our fair share.
I love support, Smile. You're fine, Moses. You want my leg on the other side?
Staring at me, Yuri. What's wrong?
Just thinking how odd it is that you've grown so accustomed to a town like this.
Well, I like this place, and its people. There may be a few vagabonds in the darker alleys. That just shows how accepting everyone is. They all greet me with smiles, despite my being a complete stranger to them.
Oh, they'd change their tune pretty quickly if they knew you were the king. Anyway, have you enjoyed your little tour of this garbage heap? Did you get a good look at the town through my eyes or whatever it is you wanted?
Yes, and it's also got me thinking about how best to help those of more meager standing. Originally, I thought that establishing medical facilities or investing in the church were the best pathways to this cause. But after seeing the people here, I realized they are not indigents standing around with open hands awaiting salvation.
I'd love to unpack your definition of indigent, but yes, they certainly don't take things lying down.
Maybe it's idealistic, but I think regents should rule in a way that not just nobles, but everyone can see as reasonable. But to accomplish that, a ruler must take the opportunity to truly listen to the people. Of course, I can't go around visiting every burg and hamlet personally. I realize this. But I still feel this is the key to true reform.
Well, good on you if you actually managed to accomplish that. But it isn't going to be easy. First, you have to give the poor a minimum level of education. Of course, they're already fully capable of telling you when they're hungry or if taxes are too high. But they'll need education to understand the policies and laws established by their lords and hold any kind of thoughtful opinion on them.
Education, you say? Yes, that makes a great deal of sense.
Problem is, people aren't in the mood to learn anything when they don't know where their next meal is coming from or where they'll sleep that night.
Right. Improving quality of life is first and foremost. Education can be built upon that. Now, sadly, none of this will be cheap, and the current war is doing a fine job of draining our coffers. Which means I need to end it as soon as possible.
So the main problem comes down to money, huh? In that case, why not make use of us? If you need funds, I can introduce you to a wealthy merchant or three. And if you need to get some dirty work done, I can lend you a few of my men. All we need in exchange is for you to provide us a little bit of support.
I'll not permit you to work evil in my name. And besides which, tales of how you and your band have eaten lords out of house and home are legend.
But you're a different matter entirely, Your Majesty. If we join forces, my dream is sure to be realized. I swear to never allow you to fall victim to any vile practices. You have my honest word on that.
And what is this dream of yours?
I'll tell you about it in due time. But for now, Your Majesty, do you accept my proposal?
I will consider it. After spending time together, I've come to want to trust you.
I promise it'll be the best decision you ever make. But until then, I'll patiently await your reply.
Cute. Nerds. Nerds.
Care to make yourself useful? We all must do our fair share.
More food.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Solid.
Bless you, Jojo.
This is the best!
There are few things more extravagant than a home-cooked meal.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah,
Hey Ash, why would she come cook these buns in a pot?
Oh, thanks. Hold on. How'd you know this was my favorite?
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Okay. Raphael?
Did you know?
I know it's kind of late to bring this up, but I don't agree with how we've been fighting. You must feel the same way, right? Come on, you can tell me. Yeah, we've been a little cautious. We worry too much about what the Church and Alliance think. Nah, taking our allies into consideration is a good thing. That's not what I'm talking about. Then what do you have a problem with? When we party after a battle, it's always so stiff and formal. Dimitri could stand to loosen up a little. The worst part, there's never enough meat. I'll just go hunting with Felix.
excuse me. We must speak.
Since the Kingdom Alliance are having a new relationship, I am thinking Bridget will be playing a larger role. When relationships between two regions can easily shatter, a third one takes importance.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's true. Bridget may have to act as an intermediary. Yes, in the past, it was the Empire, Kingdom, and Alliance that was keeping the peace. Now I'm thinking Bridget will be taking the role of the Empire. That is the only feature we will be having. Gloomheart. If I had been born in more peaceful times, I might have been able to lead a different role, a different life. All this blood on my hands makes it difficult to even take a nap.
Let's see.
Then there are people like Caspar, who revel in bloodshed and shine during times of war. I do not believe the war will ever perfectly suit everyone's different ideals. It may be time to accept that this is the Fodlan we live in now. You brought him on head, he good boy. Let him nap the years away. We said oh, the cat. The cat's wings. The cat's got wiggle legs. Oh, the cat wiggles. The cat wiggles. We simply cannot lose Lady Rhea. No other bishop could take her place. She's been the very foundation of the Holy Church of Seros for such a long time. I mean, the whole time. She's also astute in political matters and has never allowed another region to control her.
Let me think.
I have no idea what could become of the church if something were to happen to her. Well, you see, there's this goddess. I shall grind those maggots with the heel of my boot. Crushing them is quite dull, yet left to rise they become even more vexing. Eureka. Uh-oh. Say, if we take back Garrick Mach, would we then use it as a base when we invade the Imperial capital? Cough, cough. We did that, it would kind of be like we were back at the Officers Academy again.
How's this?
Just like old times. Maybe one day we'll all be able to get along like we did back then. Because some people are already dead, so... We will. We just have to win first.
Yep.
Right, we're going to get through this together, Shez. Yeah, we'll be without Casper there because he's fucking dead.
Don't pass this by. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Greetings, friend. Nothing to report.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. We're invading the monastery at last. I wish you all the best out there. I hope to see Garrick Mach return to its former glory. No wonder, who can possibly be guarding the monastery gates right now? Not the Abyss Keeper, that's for sure.
That's terrible.
Can't stop worrying about Lady Rhea. We need to get out there right now and save her, Shez.
Got a sec?
Hey, you've got to calm down. Placing a hole in the floor won't help us get ready any faster.
I wonder...
You're right. Sorry, I lost it there for a second. Pardon me. I know we can't rush this. No matter how strong she is, she can't last forever against such overwhelming odds. And considering how long it takes to climb the outer walls, time isn't our friend here. Have you met Rhea? Recapturing Garrick Mach is somewhat meaningful to me since I was a Knight of Seros. It was only for a short while, but I used to call that place home. Plus, if you manage to take it back, it'd be good time to close out my contract. Maybe. Oh, it's Eloise. I'd like to stop yawning now.
You there.
Hello there. Are you feeling better? Do try and take it easy for a bit. You seriously gave us a fright when you took a swing at Byleth. I thought my heart would burst right out of my nose. That was a close one. I'm surprised you didn't do any puns.
Can we talk?
Donato always said we should follow our own sense of justice, no matter what. He helped me and my siblings when we had nothing, and he never forgave the church for what they did. Now I understand why. He was doing what he thought was right. That's why I'm not going to back down either. I'm the one responsible for his death, after all.
Let's give it a go.
Fighting as a knight of Fargus until the bitter end is what I believe to be the right course. Who's here? Fury.
Hey.
Word on the street is that the person currently holed up in Garrick Mach is Count Varley of the Southern Church. I'm sure that at this very moment he's running around like a chicken with his head cut off, while Hollis and Edelgard try to sort things out. You know, Varley had me beaten half to death a while ago. Granted, I had it coming, but he still gave the order. And no matter how much I want to laugh at the trouble he's in, or what a gruesome death he'll have, I keep wondering how Bernadetta is holding up. I don't think she has it in her to kill her own father. You want to do it? I'll let you do it. You want to do it? Oh no, the time has come. It's finally here. Yep, it's that time. Do you know what I'm talking about? My father.
Oh no!
He's at Garrick Mach right now, just waiting for me. Ugh, I don't want to go. Can we just call this whole thing off?
Did you know?
Some of the others think that Claude and his forces won't rendezvous with us in time. However, not a single person from Leicester is the least bit worried. I feel the same. I believe Claude will make it. Oh yeah? Claude must inspire a lot of trust in his friends. It's a little different than trust. I just know. Claude will make it and help us achieve victory. That's the kind of person he is. Bark, 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 bark.
Do you have a moment?
Lady Urrea is safe. I know she is. I believe it with every fiber of my being. After all, she is so very strong, smart, and kind, and beautiful. So she just has to be safe.
Right on.
Yeah, Ray isn't the type to make a careless mistake that'd get her killed. Unless you fuck with Sothis and then he just goes out the window. But details! Yes, absolutely.
Excuse me.
I'm certain Lady Rhea is waiting for us right now. All we must do is go to her, post haste. Dorothea. The end of the war is finally in sight, like a light in the darkness. We defeat those horde people manipulating the Empire. Perhaps that will lay the foundation for a peaceful future. That's not why Edelgard went to war.
Right on.
That's exactly what we'll do. We're gonna put a stop to them once and for all.
Oh.
Yes, that's right. We can't lose sight of what we're fighting for. Agreed.
Yes. Can we speak a moment?
It is said that during King Luke's time, the descendants of the 10 elites banded together to resist the Empire and win their independence. Later, Leicester and Fargus would be divided in Crescent Moon War. Yet here we are, joining forces to stand against the Empire once again. I hope we can maintain our good relationship with the Alliance after the war ends. Undoubtedly. There's no reason for us to fight, at least for now, right?
I think I see.
I'm sure people can make up any number of reasons later, but I like to believe there will be peace someday. But it is the people who will suffer if the flames of war spread any further. Our leaders should speak to one another and try to foster amicable relations before it comes to that. Yeah, they tried. They tried.
It's good to see you again.
I'm glad you and Dimitri made it back unharmed. I was so confused when you got caught in that strange magic and vanished. And thank her for not killing you.
Hey!
Yeah, about that. I'm really sorry. I can't believe I attacked you. Don't worry about it. I know you weren't in control of yourself.
Alright, so...
I'll tell you, Lady Ria is the last person in the world I want to see. I owe her a great debt, but our relationship is more complicated than that. I told myself I'd never go back to the monastery after I left the Knights. But to return like this, I guess that's what they call guidance from the goddess. She's right next to you, bud.
Oh, hi.
Hey, how's it going? You okay? Not gonna pull any more shenanigans, yeah? Yeah, I'm good. Sorry for making you worry. Okay, guess that makes me feel better. Though your tone doesn't inspire much confidence. We'll just have to roll with the punches for now. At the very least, I'll try not to sigh and get everyone killed. Oh, Constance.
How may I help you?
Do you have need of me? Perhaps you wish to aid... Perhaps you wish me to aid you at Garrick Mach. Free to use me as a decoy, or make me pretend to surrender, or have me sabotage them from the underground. I care not what I do.
What?
Wait, sabotage? Are you plotting something?
Can I be of use?
Not really. I just have a talent for destruction after all my failed experiments. Coco.
Needless to say, that is the only logical course of action. Excuse me, are you even listening?
Yeah, I totally am. You're gonna save this prince who's being held captive by some evil cult of sorcerers in order to restore House Nouvelle?
That is not even remotely close to what I said. Where has your mind been this whole time? Creating new magic, charting unknown sorcery waters. Therein lies the means to make my dream a reality. To that end, I have decided that you will make a most fitting test subject for my research.
No thanks.
What reason could you possibly have to refuse? Do you not want the honor of helping House Nouvelle regain its former glory?
I don't mind lending a hand, but I'm not so keen on being a test subject. You don't even know what'll happen. Wouldn't it make sense to experiment on yourself first?
Huh. A rather astute deduction for one such as yourself. However, there is one critical flaw in your reasoning. Were I to do as you propose, I would be unable to properly observe the results with my own eyes.
Well then, you'll just have to be patient until someone volunteers. We'd have a big problem on our hands if something happened to me before the next battle, right? Actually, that probably goes for everyone.
I suppose you are correct. But then, my research has reached an impasse.
I guess so. Okay, how about this? Since we're at war, why not try and distinguish yourself in battle? You could still conduct your research at the same time. Combat's more my wheelhouse anyway. In fact, we could even start right now with some training. What do you say?
I respectfully decline. While I am not entirely opposed to the idea of military prestige, I am unable to accompany you at this time. Training at night will surely suffice.
At night? But you won't have enough time if you don't train during the day. You're not planning on pulling all-nighters, are you?
Oh, please! I am not that foolish! I simply do not wish to train at this very moment.
If you work out at night, that means you're going to bed right after. That's gonna reduce the quality of your sleep. You'll wake up sluggish the next morning, which will drag you down all day. It'll turn into a vicious cycle. See what I mean?
My!
never expected you to put forth such an eloquent counter-argument. Be that as it may, I have my reasons. Reasons that I, unfortunately, cannot ignore. Nevertheless, I shall succeed in all my endeavors, be they magical or military, and I shall do it all in my own way.
I didn't get who was out here earlier, which is Ignatz.
Let's think about that.
I think this battle is going to mark a major turning point in Fieldland's history. It's overwhelming to think that I'll be part of that. If I survive, I want to paint a picture of the battle. I feel like somehow it's my duty to do so. Oh, you are the painter. I knew not what would have happened when we were trapped in that place, but I'm glad we made it out safely.
How about this?
Just, does Arvel still dwell within you? No, I can't hear their voice anymore. I think all that's left is their power. When someone who has long been a part of your life vanishes, to take a piece of your heart with them. Trust me, I know this feeling well. Perhaps you can find solace in the fact that you now understand more about the source of your power. I also had the opportunity to speak with Edelgard and Claude, and most importantly, I was spared from having to take your life. I'm relieved His Majesty is safe. His Majesty is safe. And you as well, of course. I assume you will not try to cut down your allies again? I won't. Whoever was controlling me back then is gone now. But I know that's probably hard to believe, no matter how hard I try to explain it. No, I'll take your word for it, for now.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Another tool.
No, he's got some. Does the dude have any? Yes. Felix. Sylvain.
Different road?
I love tech.
Let's see.
No surprise.
This one.
I can.
Time to work you into shape.
There must... I could... Hey.
I feel...
Gerald needs a lot more.
Time to work you into shape.
Just tell me. I think
He thinks it suits him. That doesn't
Just
look
tell me.
weird.
This...
I can't...
Hey!
Need more.
Time to work you into shape. There's no...
Oopsies.
There's nothing more rip...
How can I...
Hey!
Time to work you into shape.
Oop, not that one.
Will this help me grow strong?
This is... How... How's... I'm a better...
Time to work you into... With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
Your Majesty, you will take ill if you keep sleeping at your desk.
Mm-hmm. Do? Oh, I've done it again. Yes, well, thank you for waking me and sparing my poor neck any further damage.
You sounded pained. Is everything all right?
Dreaming of the past again, I fear.
The tragedy?
No. The day I returned to the capital afterward. Do you remember the child who cursed me after my father's funeral?
Ah, yes. I believe he was the son of a knight who fell in Dusker.
He was furious that I would not take revenge on your people, and even more enraged to see you serving as my vassal. He berated me without mercy, demanding I kill you then and there. All I could do was walk away. Everyone desires revenge for that day. Survivors and the dead alike cry out for retribution.
I know, Your Majesty.
I seek to fulfill the duty they have given me, and have never once flinched from it. And yet, to do. If I were mortally wounded and begged with my dying breath for you to avenge me, what would you do?
I would do it, even at the cost of my life.
And if I told you to forget me, and live for your own happiness?
I would regretfully decline. I cannot know happiness without you by my side. I would still seek vengeance, just for my own sake, not yours.
Interesting. And nothing I say to the contrary will change your mind?
Your Majesty, can you not live for your own sake?
My life is not my own. It belongs to my kingdom, my people, and the dead. But had I been born to a different fate, well, perhaps I would have traveled outside Foland with you as a mercenary. Or perhaps I'd be a farmer. I confess the thought does sound rather delightful.
Surely you could still tread those paths.
It was a jest to do. I merely said the first thing that came to mind. I am driven by matters on which I cannot permit myself to yield. I hope you understand that.
Well then, all the more reason to get some proper rest. If work remains, I will aid you. If you have difficulty sleeping, I will lend you my ear. But seeing you slumped over at your desk disturbs me. Every time, I fear death has come for you in the night.
Death will never sneak up on me as long as I remain under your watchful attention.
Your Majesty, please.
Though, if I were to die and leave you alone, the aftermath would be horrendous. I suppose I will heed your advice. Just this once.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Here you go, Cully. As promised.
This feels a little light. You run into trouble moving the merchandise?
Sure did. With all the fighting lately, even the noble folk are getting real selective about who they do business with.
Well, nothing to be done for that. Our competitors certainly won't back down, so we can't afford to either. I'll think of something. Might involve crossing a dangerous bridge or three, but we'll work it out.
I'm pretty sure he went... Huh? Yuri?
Well, if it isn't Ash. You seem out of breath. Am I really so charming?
Did you see someone suspicious come this way? I was chasing them down, but I lost them.
Ah, you must be referring to my lackey.
Your lackey? Wait, what is that you're holding?
Oh, just various proceeds from this and that. But I'll not say more, especially not in front of a royal knight like you.
Dirty money, is it?
Coin is coin. Whatever grime it may bear always washes clean in the end.
You know, I've been biting my tongue on this for a while, but I don't think it's right to earn money the way you do. You're so much smarter than me. You could do anything if you put your mind to it. There's no need to resort to cheating and hurting people to turn a profit.
Are you seriously trying to lecture the Lord of the Underworld? Oh, that's adorable. No one makes it through this life with clean hands. You should know that better than anyone. Sometimes you have to resort to just the most terrible things imaginable in order to feed your family. Am I right?
How do you know about my past? I've never told anyone.
No, I don't know. Perhaps I heard it from Count Rowe, or maybe even Lord Lenato. The sins we commit follow us until our dying day, my friend.
I know that. But even so,
Well, I'm a bit busy, so you work that out while I walk away. Bye then.
Yuri. No, I won't turn my back on you.
Ah, you're back. I heard you went to Fraldaria's territory?
Yes, I had a bit of business to take care of there. I forgot how long it had been.
What was it like to return?
It was always like a second home to me in a way. So being there brought memories flooding back. I found myself taking little detours everywhere, even though I knew I did not have time for such trifles.
And what impression did it give in its current state?
The region itself is quiet and peaceful. But lack of food has left the surrounding towns and villages in a precarious situation. It reminds me of when the people of Galatea territory fought over provisions during famine. If things keep on as they are, there could easily be an uprising.
Perhaps we should ask the refugees to cultivate the land. Ah, but that isn't my decision to make. Thank you, Ingrid. I will let Felix know your thoughts on the matter.
I would appreciate that. Oh, and it's not as if everything has changed for the worse. There were new shops around, and all of the roads were well maintained. It's surprising to see how much has changed over the years.
That's right. You used to visit multiple times a year, when Glenn was still alive.
I did. Yes. Though I might never have visited again if I had not been presented with this opportunity. I am glad I decided to take it. Once this war is over, would you mind if I came to visit Fraldarius land as I once did?
Not in the slightest. You can visit any time you like. I'm sure that Felix and the rest of my family would welcome you with open arms. We certainly owe you that much, considering all you've put up with from my sons.
Not at all. If anything, they put up with me. My brothers are both so much older than me, so Glenn and Felix were among my few friends growing up. Thinking back on it, I feel like I was always ordering Glenn around.
Well, if the time you two spent together helped you in even the smallest way, I am satisfied. And I know Glenn would be overjoyed.
Those days are irreplaceable to me. They will live in my heart forever.
Spoken like a true daughter of Count Galatea. You've grown strong, Ingrid.
Thank you for saying so. Still, I want to keep moving forward as best I can.
Yet it's good to acknowledge one's limits. People are allowed to show weakness, you know. Oh, look at me, talking your ear off, while you're still covered with dust from the road. My apologies.
No, I am grateful for the concern. Thank you.
There's no need for thanks. After all, you're like a daughter to me.
I want you and your unit to keep watch for us. And my uncle will help you. We can't let our enemy get inside these walls. Do it for the Empire.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Uncle.
Splendid work, Edelgard.
I did what you asked me to do. Is that good enough?
But of course, all you need do is follow my every command, and victory will be ours. These beasts that swarm and fester on the surface shall tear at each other's throats until none remain. Edelgard, you must join the fray as well.
Me?
After all, what good is an emperor who lets everyone else do the fighting for her?
Yes, Uncle.
When we left our school 2 years ago, I never imagined this was how we might make our return.
I think I'll skip the next class reunion if this is what they're always going to be like. Our enemy's waiting for us just beyond these ramparts.
And Talus is at its heart. This is our chance to stop him once and for all.
I always get the jitters before big battles like this.
You needn't worry. Besides, there won't be time for nerves once the fighting begins.
Yes, and we'll surely win with the goddess's guidance at our backs.
In any case, there's no turning back now. So let's stand tall and greet this battle with our heads held high.
There's still no sign of the Alliance, Your Majesty.
Claude will come. I'm sure of it. He knows full well if we fall, he'll be next. And Claude told me that we would meet again. He's crafty, yes, but I've never known him to be a liar.
It's almost time. That's your cue, Dimitri.
Yeah, we could all use one of your inspiring speeches to really set the mood.
Right then. Hear me well, fearless knights of Fargus. It is only through your combined efforts that we find ourselves here, with a pointed blade thrust at the throat of our enemy. We lost so many lives in Dusker. Our king, his knights, and more innocents that I can bear to count. This war has claimed even more. But now, we can finally avenge all of those who have fallen. Today, we sever the threads of fate that bind us to our troubled past, and march forth into a bright tomorrow. We shall fight, we shall survive, and we shall win a glorious future for Fodlan. I trust each of you to see our task through. Now move out!
Always nice having more to do.
This is it. I've awaited this moment. We will take everything we have, but we must defeat the Emperor and restore peace to Fodlan.
Ignorant beasts. You will all be stamped out.
I don't see Lady Rhea anywhere. Let's scale the walls and head for the monastery.
The Alliance has yet to arrive.
They'll come. Let's capture the nearby strongholds to create a rendezvous point for when they do.
Whether the Alliance shows up or not, we will fight and we will win.
I refuse to hold back. You won't stop me! This will be the rendezvous point for the Alliance forces. We have to protect it. I'll show you no mercy! You're through!
Have arrived. It's time we went on the offensive.
Mobilized. Good. Your location is on our way anyway.
We'll have to keep a tight watch on the Alliance rendezvous point.
The weakest point.
Let's begin. It's time to move.
Begin the operation. Our orders are clear.
I'll show you no mercy!
We'll strike at their weakest point.
You're mine!
Stand down.
human guys.
Take a
They are
breather.
nothing more than
Waited this
beasts. And they fight like them too. I must retreat.
He ran. However, this path will get us past the walls. After him!
You animals don't even know what it means to live. I will not let you thwart our dream.
All Taurus knows how to do is crack the whip. Hey! Activate the Viscum!
Not a problem.
Move out!
Let's begin. It's time to move.
Begin the operation. Our orders are clear.
I'll do what I can. We march. On me.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of this.
Those weapons are slightly different from the ones we've seen before. Be careful, everyone.
Looks like they're up to something. I'd better take this opportunity to snatch one of these strongholds.
Oh, come on.
These auxiliary forces are a threat to our rendezvous point. We must protect it.
Attack! Don't give him a chance to retaliate!
I'll do what it's worth a shot.
We must act now, before the worry sets in. Let us see what we can do.
Let's begin. It's time to move.
This stronghold will be ours and...
Not a problem. I've got
No time! I refuse to hold back. You won't stop me!
Hey, watch out! That's in firing range of those weapons. This level seems to have some controls too. Still, we should focus on shutting off the weapons in the lower level first. Now's our chance. Attack!
Begin the operation. Our orders are clear.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
It's not good. If we lose that location, the Alliance won't be able to rendezvous.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make sure... We'll be done for if we lose that stronghold.
Through! We have to go reinforce them now.
Not yet.
We cannot afford to lose this stronghold. Something must be done, and quickly.
I gotta get over there.
I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
Not a problem. I've got...
These corpse-faced creeps freak me out.
Shall we? Let's get...
We have an important mission to carry out. We can't stop here.
We must act now. Let us see what we can do.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
Begin the Our orders are clear. Not a prop. I've got this.
Let's begin. It's time to move.
Good, we disabled it. These are a lot stronger than the weapons we saw in Ferdiad.
My very own guardian angel. Thanks.
Wow.
These things must have been pulling the strings this whole time. But no time for that. We're almost done. Hurry!
Return to me, Crawford. It is time.
Yes, Thomas. I guess I can't play with you any longer.
Good. The rendezvous point is still safe. So far, all is well. March on, soldiers of Fargus.
I must follow your lead, Your Majesty.
Refuse to hold back. You won't stop me!
certainly wasn't easy, but we shut them all down.
I will banish you filth to a place that even sunlight has abandoned.
Move
Been
out.
there, done that.
We're taking the Viscom back. Those beasts don't deserve them.
We must act now, before the worry sets in. Let us see what we can do.
Let's begin. It's time to move.
They're back. Stop them before they regain control of those things.
Still here.
No, you're not.
Out of the way! Refuse to hold back. You won't stop me.
Our will is eternal and undying. Glory be to Agartha! Taurus, the rest is up to you.
Oh, did we come a little late? Form up with the Kingdom Army, everyone.
The Alliance has come. But where is Claude? Well, no matter. We'll take all the help we can get.
This is an absolutely terrible situation.
Mm-hmm.
All of you, protect the stronghold. At this point, the ends justify the means. Stop them at any cost, even with fire.
Oh boy.
The area around the monastery is on fire. And the entrance is blocked too. What do we do now?
You won't stop me.
Don't worry, I heard we have a plan. Just hold out a little longer. Let's go disable that artillery. Capturing the stronghold should make things easier too.
I refuse to hold back. You won't stop me.
The Alliance mind letting us know what exactly this plan entails?
Restoratives in order. I refuse to hold back. You won't stop me.
You're all useless. Send in the Titanus.
Oh boy.
What is that monstrous thing? Is it friend or foe?
They had something like that in their back pocket this whole time?
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
All we seek is a world without ruler.
This should suffice.
Shall we? Let's give it a
course. Let's go after the other one.
Don't give up! We're slowly but surely wearing it down!
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of this.
I appreciate that. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
Ah, stuck.
We finally got them down. If only we could take a quick break.
You won't stop me! Restorative, we can't miss this chance.
Nothing but a hunk of metal in the end.
I'll show you no mercy.
How much longer must we hold out? Bet you didn't expect anyone to make it across the mountains, Count Varley. You should always keep an eye on your back, too.
No! Stop! Don't let them open the gate!
Afraid I already did. Sorry for the delay, Dimitri.
I knew you would come, no matter what. Let us crush the Imperial forces together!
Is my only option really to fight? But I have no hope of winning! Isn't it right? Why should I have to die?
Cause you're an asshole.
Majesty, please! How could this happen? I was wrong to follow that man.
Yeah?
Shall we? I'll provide assistance.
The Alliance will cover the rear. You go on ahead.
Thank you. We'll be counting on that. All right, let's infiltrate the monastery.
I won't let anyone near this stronghold.
This is it, Dimitri. Talus is just ahead.
Indeed. Strange how my reason for stepping foot in this monastery now is the same as it was those 3 years ago.
What do you mean?
Revenge. All the heirs and relatives of every noble in the land come to learn here. It seemed likely that at least someone was connected to my father's killer. After roaming the kingdom for fruitless lead after fruitless lead, I hoped against hope that I would at last find the answers I sought here.
No.
In the end, I could accomplish nothing alone. Yet now, I stand here once more, my enemy's identity clear for all to see.
And this time, you're gonna get your revenge. You're not alone anymore, Dimitri. You've got your friends here with you every step of the way. So let's win this. And when we do, we'll all greet the new dawn together.
Right you are. Let us go. Together. Lady Rhea, you're safe! Quick! Let's clear out these enemies!
The kingdom. So you have come.
Like that?
This is wrong. I can't die.
No, I cannot allow Garrett Mother to be destroyed.
All units, at the ready. We'll show them what a lion's courage really means. She's dead. That should do it. I'm glad to see you safe, Lady Rhea.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. I shall assist you in this fight now.
Up ahead is the cathedral, the heart of the monastery. Tullus and Edelgard should be there.
Beep beep.
Don't let this chance slip away. Crush them! I hope our founder, King Luke, would be proud of this feat. You won't stop me!
Wow, that's quite the accomplishment. I'll need to keep working harder myself.
Our will has endured for thousands of years. It shall not be stopped here. Itching for a fight, are we? That can be arranged.
Oh.
We're up against the toughest of enemies, but I'm not afraid. We will win and return to Ferdiad together.
Is that a magic barrier? It's keeping all our attacks out.
Perhaps we should focus on Edelgard for now.
Wait. They gave her a mirror.
My dearest wish is for a new age where we can live together in peace.
I chose this path, and I will see it through to the end. On my honor as a Knight of Fargus.
Your life ends here, Tullus. Your head will make a fine offering for the dead.
He was pulling the strings from the shadows all the while. Your Majesty, the time has finally come for our revenge.
With this power, I'm gonna beat him. You've got my back. Right, Argo?
Useless puppet. I refuse to hold back.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Oh, I was too early.
Come down, then our attack should land now.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot. Yes, this should help.
My thanks. My thanks for your help.
Revive as many times as you like. We'll keep knocking you down.
I no longer care. For the sake of my people, you must die.
Well, you should care. Because I'm the one who's gonna kill you.
I have an endless supply of soldiers. Go on, slaughter. It's time to leave the past in.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
We must act now, before the war. Let us the past. That's what we're fighting for.
Take your watching. I will avenge you here and move on with my life.
You won't stop.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
I'll do what I think is worth a shot.
Begin the operation.
Out of the way!
Maybe guess.
My thanks. Thanks. I appreciate it. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
We will annihilate all beasts and return to the serpent. No regrets.
The dry, possessive thing.
I must cleanse them by my own hand.
What have you done to my stepmothers?
You won't spill your guts. I shall gladly spill them for you.
Foolish question. Cheaper to ashes on the pile of our ambitions long ago.
No matter what comes at us, I'll be the one at the boar's back.
As long as His Majesty and I fight together, we cannot lose.
Shall we? Let's get... Yes, this should help.
Thanks. I refuse to hold back. You won't stop me!
You've left me no choice but to kill you with my own hands.
I'll show you no mercy! We must be at the end of this. Let us finish this and right the wrongs of the past.
Do you see this, Lambert? I'm finally here.
I will have my revenge for the dead. I must finally be free of the past.
So this fragile flesh has run its course. No matter.
Dimitri, go!
Uncle, no.
You cursed beasts will never defeat us! You're wrong. Not another step, you fool! This ends here!
That felt good.
Guess it's over.
Yes.
D?
Oh.
Let's go. It seems the dawn is nearly upon us.
About time, too. So, my friend, shall we?
Right. there's much to be done.
It is now 1183, Great Tree Moon. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus, beside the Leicester Alliance and the Church of Saros, emerged victorious against the forces of Adrestia. With the loss of Regent Ire and many of its leading strategists, the Empire has been forced back on all fronts, radically transforming the power structure throughout Fodlan. In pursuit of their ideals, the young leaders press ever southward to crush the Empire for good. None know what tomorrow this war may bring, nor what future awaits Fodlan.
Hmm.
Ours was a long and grueling battle, and I doubt I'd have seen it through to the end alone. Mere words fail to express just how reassuring it feels to have you by my side. But perhaps it's best for me to postpone such sentiments, seeing as the rest of the war still remains to be fought. For now, let me simply say that I am thankful to have you, and hope with all my heart that you choose to stay in the kingdom.
Aww. Unlockable units have been added to this save data's renown exchange. New equipment has been added to save data's renown exchange. New crest items have been added. Vanguard whistle has been added to the save data meow meow. Maddening difficulty. And carry over content from the save of a finished playthrough. What is this? Choose whether new port units level on a per unit basis. Ported the batch for all units, excluding work whistle. Other data, meow 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 meow. Select a finished playthrough using a continue option. Will start just before the final battle. Let's carry your data from the end of the game. Create new game class. Yes. Sure is taking its sweet time. Wrong button.
Finally. Come on, Sunshine. Up and at 'em. Hey, get up already.
Sorry.
What's going on? Well, looks like there's hope for you yet.
Back off, you sack of guts.
Yeah, well, the battle's on our... You heard who we're up at. Gonna be one hell of a...
Leave it to you to fumble.
Of course I did. Yeah, that's it.
Demon or no demon.
You sound just like the...
Well, at least one of you had. But this battle, Gerald's team. But once we put them, enemy activity looks like we'll be fighting by...
Wasn't expecting a fight so soon, but I guess there's nothing for it. You ready?
When this is over, we'll all...
You sure are a cocky little thing.
All right, let's get down to business. We're up against Gerald's mercenaries.
Let's move out!
Drive them straight into their graves!
Time to see what you're made of. We're not putting up much of a fight. Are these guys any recruits or something? Guess this means I can mess with them a little.
Charge!
Guess that's that.
I eat steak tougher than this. Hey, you! Clear out that group over there!
I can still fight! No, not yet!
I'll take out the stronghold over this way, yeah? You get the one over there.
Can't wait to wrap this up so we can all drown ourselves in ale.
your eyes open. We still don't know if the Ashen Demon is here.
Master your fear and advance!
The main force is here. We're saved. Now push! Push the enemy back!
About time a foe with some teeth showed up. But they still don't stand a chance against Berlin's mercenaries. Now, isn't this a sight? You must be the infamous Ashen Demon. I can't wait to tear you apart.
This'll be the end of the Ashen Demon. No one can beat the captain.
What? Captain? How?
They took out Leslie like she was nothing.
Man.
There's so many of them. Only one thing to do about that.
I've got you now!
Man.
No. Just when my dream was finally in sight. You monster.
The captain's dead. What are we gonna do now?
Oh, I can't skip that.
Stand down or die.
We're gonna stand. We're gonna fight. We're gonna avenge the captain. Why am I so scared? It's just one mark.
Run! Oh, you can't.
This can't be happening.
Where did you get that power?
No idea. It's just what I need to bring you down.
Well, that's unfortunate.
You're done. Witness my true power. Take this.
We're here to help.
Next.
Interesting. You're fighting like an entirely different person.
No escape.
That's enough. We did what we came to do. Everyone, fall back.
What? Witness my true.
Sorry, but this fight...
Well, since you're here, do you mind stepping in and helping us chase off these scary bandits?
Don't worry about payment. You'll receive plenty of gold. If we survive, that is. you a trick for dealing with heavily defended enemies. And that's how it's done.
Don't overstep, Edelgard. Well, I suppose my turn has arrived. I've awaited this moment. I won't allow anyone to stop me.
You're making me feel bad for the enemy to be
You're through! Apologies, but it was you or me.
Just who are these people anyway? All three of them have crests.
What's wrong with you? They're just a bunch of brats! Stop embarrassing yourself and stand your ground already!
Is it Claude time? I think
It's
Claude
Claude time.
No problem, I got it. I'm a master of strategy, but I'm not really used to being on the front lines.
very sharp, Claude, as usual.
Hey, got lucky there. Well, lucky for me, I guess. Not so much for you.
Bandits have a firm hold on the central road. It would be wise to move through the forest and take down the strongholds as we go.
Try and keep an eye on who we're fighting, and make sure we've got the right person leading the charge at the right time.
I'm trying to. Thank you.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform.
Let's try this. Let's see how this goes.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn.
All right, take it down.
Not to worry over you too much, but do make sure to heal if you're hurt.
Yeah, it's fine.
We managed to contain things here.
What shoddy defenses. We'll be done before we know it if they're all like this.
Unfurl the flag.
That ought to unravel their defenses.
Enough of this strategy nonsense! Get out there and tear them all to pieces!
Okay, how many thugs does this guy have working for him anyway? Let's try this. Let's see how this goes.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn.
Repent, foul bandits! The Knights of Ceros are here, and we'll cut you down for terrorizing our students.
Here it comes.
Whoopsies.
Out of the way. You're done.
This battle is practically won if the knights have arrived.
The Knights of Ceros? Not now! If I don't kill at least one of them, brats, I'm finished!
Watch out! They're gonna make a last-ditch effort to rush our position.
Never should have taken this job!
Is it over? I will.
You're
No, skip. B. 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 Okay. Two more another night. Until then, bye.